So, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Stop, look and watch. It's Crazy Josh. So if you haven't already, sometime in the next week or so, you will be getting out of school. And that's what happened to me. Today on this lovely Friday, I have gotten out of school for the summer, which means now I am technically a 10th grader. And yeah, I'm excited. When I think of 9th grade, really the only thing that actually comes to mind is this past semester from roughly Christmas break, which makes sense. I mean, we had a 2-week break and then school with the new semester and everything. And I think, this year has actually gone by really quickly. But then when I really think about it and I look at pictures and stuff from like October even, I'm like, whoa, that was a long time ago. Because for me, really, January through now has just flown by. But, like August or September to December, pretty slow. It seems like it was a lot longer ago. But nevertheless, I am now in summer break and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Without school, there's a lot more time to work on my short film. And I know I said it was gonna be May's short film posted on May 31st, but delays happened. Sam and Sarah weren't able to shoot as much as I needed them to. I had a lot of schoolwork, so I didn't have enough time to edit it. And yeah, I missed May. This is very bad too, because out of the 5 short films I should have posted already this year, I've only posted 2, which is not good. With like a couple days left, I actually tried to edit the one that was gonna be March's, and so I could post something for my short film for the month, but like I said in my April Fool's video, the one where I talked about it, I don't like it that much. Every time I try to edit it, I'm just bored and not that interested, because honestly, it wasn't that good. At least I'm not posting something bad, but I don't know, maybe it would be better if I did the work of actually posting something bad. I don't know. The point is, I'm not going to post that one. In case you're wondering, this is not the one I was talking about in my April Fool's video. That one, I was really excited about it, and I still am. And that's what I was saying. Without school, there's going to be a lot more time for me to be able to work on it, so I should be able to get it done a lot quicker. We had sort of a halt on filming for like 2 weeks or so because Sam had a lot of baseball stuff since it's getting to the end of the season, and so that put us behind. Plus, Sarah hasn't been able to film as much because she hasn't been home as much. But I've been filming as much as I can on my own. It's a bit difficult though, because there's pretty much no point in the entire film when I'm alone. I mean, there are a few short parts when I'm alone, and times obviously when the camera's just on me, not the other people, but other than a couple of those scenes, it'd be really difficult to shoot just me and then just Sarah and try to piece it together. It's much easier to film it all in one. Plus, I have to have the lighting the same when we're filming scenes. Some days it can be tricky to get the same lighting within over a couple of days. I mean, the weather here is just weird. Here's how it would go down from like late March to mid-May. The day would start out a little overcast, but then get better as the day went on. And then around 1:30 to 2 o'clock, it would get really bright, sunny, and hot. And then around like 3 to 3:30, it would all of a sudden get overcast and kind of cold. So you can imagine it would be difficult to shoot some stuff. But luckily, we've been having pretty constant sunny weather. But some of the film takes place in an area that's sort of gloomy, darkish. I don't want to give too much away about the film itself, but basically it needed to be like sort of overcast or later in the day when we shot it, so it was kind of darkish, not a lot of sun or shadows. And that can be difficult, but luckily once it gets later in the day, around like 6, I'd say between like 6 and 7-ish to 8 or 9-ish, it's sort of darkish. That's a lot of ishes, but basically it looks like it's overcast if you're not looking at the sky, just like looking at the ground, so that's good. Other parts can be difficult too, like my sister, the clothes she's using in the film for the costume is also clothes she wears on a daily basis, so sometimes like if they're dirty and they need to be washed, then we obviously can't use them, because I mean, personally if it was me, it'd be like, well, I'll just wear it for like an hour, we'll shoot stuff and then take it off and put it in the wash, but I don't know, she doesn't like doing that. Also, the parts that take place in like the bright sunny times, we have to wear, I mean, it's multiple layers of clothing, and so it can get pretty hot in the sun with multiple layers on. But all in all, I'd say it's going pretty well. I mean, yes, we're not as far along as I wanted us to be, but we're doing pretty well. It should be able to post by the end of June. I definitely don't want this to extend to July, because that's just way too late without any short films at all. I mean, at the beginning of the year, I promised a short film every single month, and I've only posted 2 so far when I should have posted 5. but I've been getting great ideas for short films, so even if we have to film it in like less than a month, it should be okay. As of right now, Friday the 13th, I've spent roughly 3.5 months on this short film, so yeah, this is like the most I've ever worked on a video like this at all. I'm actually like simultaneously still writing the script, filming, and editing it, which sounds like a really bad idea. Like you don't even have the script done and you're already filming and editing. But it's not like I have no idea what's gonna happen and I'm still trying to think of ideas. No, I mean I have the entire story already planned out and everything. It's just the actual line for line is everything I need to work out. You know, every time I think of like, oh, that's a funny joke and that could fit and everything like that, I just take out my phone and go to my Google Docs and just bam. So yeah, like I said, all in all, I think it's going pretty well. Another good thing about it is the effects. The effects are some of the best I've ever had in my movies. I constantly watch all types of tutorials and videos on YouTube, even if it's about things I already know, just so I can learn more, and I'm constantly learning more and more about, you know, like color correcting or camera movement or camera angles or stuff like that. And so that's really helping out in the film. But yeah, the effects. Like I said earlier, I don't want to give too much away about it, but I've been doing some stuff on After Effects. The stuff I'm doing in After Effects is essentially just one shot. In fact, it is just one shot for the entire film. But there's very specific things on After Effects that I could never recreate in Premiere Elements. Adobe Premiere Elements is what I use to edit my videos on. But yeah, like I said, I don't actually have After Effects, so I have to do it at school on my teacher, Mr. Green. His entire classroom is, well, his classes are usually like video-ish oriented, but like computer stuff, and he's got, you know, his entire room has apples in them and everything, and so he's got After Effects on every single one of them, luckily. And you know, when we're like during lunch or when we're not doing anything in class, I can work on the one shot. And yes, it is one shot, but it's a very complex shot. It has a lot of masking and scaling and positioning and timing. I'm just saying words now. No, it actually has a lot of work that has to go into it, and I've been working on it for roughly like 2 weeks now. But like you're thinking one shot, 2 weeks, that's like a really long time, but you have to remember it's like I have like roughly 45 minutes a day to work on it, if that. The one shot has a lot of color correcting and the masking and the scaling and the there's a certain light effect. Like I said, I can't give too much away about it, but it's gonna look really cool. It's gonna look really cool. I tried doing it in Premiere Elements and it just did not work. That's why I decided to do it in After Effects. But as of now, I'm really happy with the shot. But yeah, it'll look great in the film, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. I know for a fact that a lot of you will. This is really like the hardest I've ever worked on a short film, or any type of video at all. Back in 2012 when I was moving here, I made a video called The Ultimate Time Jump, in which while I'm still living in Tonasket with my bedroom full and everything, I go to the future where my entire house is empty, but then I realize I'm not in the right place, so I go back. I end up in the right place, which is here, but it's the wrong time. It's the present, so it's still like empty and everything. And then I finally am able to show up there when everything's here and full. It was only about 5 minutes or so, but it took about four-ish months to do, which sounds like a really long time, but really it was just 4 different locations. My house when it was full, my house when it was empty, this house when it was empty, and this house when it was full. So in total it was 4 days of filming. 1 day for when we were still living there, another day for when we were still living there but it was all empty and we were leaving, another day for when we were here but it was empty. That was actually before I'd filmed our old house when it was empty. It was when we came here for like one night to see what it's like in the house, and the 4th shot, which was after we'd settled in and my room was all together and everything. You can even see a noticeable age difference and voice difference in me when I'm at the beginning of it and at the end of it. So it obviously took a while to do. But yeah, like I said, it was only 4 days in total of filming, and technically it wasn't that much work for it. I mean, I just had to set up the camera and everything, but I did have to keep the certain clothes I was wearing in a bag because I almost lost them at one point, which was bad. But yeah, it obviously wasn't nowhere near as complex as this one. My original plan was to have the short film around roughly 40 minutes because like I said, I don't want to give too much away about it, but for now I'll just say, which this was also my plan, I wanted to make it as long as I possibly could without exceeding 40 minutes. But I wanted to make it as long as I possibly could, but still, have it be interesting throughout. Because you don't want to take like a, entertaining, filled out 20-minute film and stretch it to 40 minutes. What are you gonna do? Just like extend some clips and like slow down the entire thing by like did 90% or something? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how long it is going to end up being, but so far I'm saying like 15 or 20 minutes at the least. And that's like a rough estimate because we still haven't filmed a lot of stuff, like I said. Alright, that was my spiel. I want to say a couple more things before I go. One is that I'll be posting a couple videos in the next week or so. And they're sort of movie making tips, stuff I've come across or thought of while shooting this big short film. I'm sort of gonna make like a series out of it. Obviously it's not gonna have like regularly aired episodes, but it's gonna be like short tip videos. Tips for editing, camera setups and everything. And the other thing I wanted to say was way back in like February when I made my 200 videos video, I talked about how I'm going to start doing movie and video game reviews, and I kind of haven't done any of those at all. And that's because I haven't really had time to do them, plus I haven't really decided what kind of ones I want to do, like more like just talk about it really quickly, or like, nostalgia critic type thing where I just go through it and make jokes about it and everything. Same with the video game reviews. I was actually going to do a video game review one day. I was working on it and everything, sort of a video game review, but when my dad got home, he wanted me to do some stuff. I don't know, I just got distracted and wasn't able to finish it. But I will be starting certain types of reviews. The second season of Under the Dome premieres on June 30th, and from then until probably about August, September, I don't know, whenever the season ends, I'll be doing weekly reviews on each episode as it airs. Also, this August, the 34th season of Doctor Who premieres, which is very exciting. Just like Under the Dome, I'll be doing like a weekly short review on each episode after it airs. And so there's at least 2 constant review series you should be looking forward to. Plus, of course, I'll also have the Christmas special review, which would obviously not air until Christmas. So yeah, short film June 30th, July 1st or 2nd or so. Review of Under the Dome starts. August something, Doctor Who review, and little movie making tip videos all throughout there, sort of sprinkled about. And I'll still be posting like normal videos in between. It's not just gonna be like a reviewing channel for like 5 months. So now you know my plan for the next couple of months or so. But I still might have some surprises up my sleeve. I don't. Anyway, that's about it. You know my schedule for the next couple months. You're updated on my short film. And yeah, like I said, that's about it. So until next time, I bid you all goodbye.